Hello there, John. Hello there, Ruby. Hope you both are doing swell. Well, good. We saw that Yoda. You wanted to go up there, honey. All right, Yoda, I'm going to join you up there in a second. Those who making a vote, hello. If you do have a cat question, just don't type in chat, but actually put in your question if you have one. Hello there, Pat. Been a while. Hope you've been doing well. Let's make our way over to Goofball Yoda. Hello there, Jordan. Yoda said he will answer any and all questions. Cat-related questions. If you all want to hit the thumbs up, double tap the screen, feel free to. Pat, what is your good medical news that you received today? Yoda's licking his freakishly long tail. Yoda's turning his back on us. So I'm going to turn him around. There. He's like working with these kids, I tell you. You always got to redirect. Speaking of cats, or speaking of kids, I do have two stories from my school time today. So one kind of scary, and one kind of just makes you want to shake your head. Pat, you have no infection on your diabetic ulcer big toe. Well, that's good. Good to hear. Hello there, Jesse. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've been well. Hope things are going well. Again, if you did type in yes and you said yes for a cat question, please actually post your question too. Hello there, A Core or A Car. Hope you're doing well. Hello there, Icon. My name is Adam. We got 9 cats here. We just hang out here with these cats for about an hour or so, ask any cat related questions or any questions in particular. John, Raven Poe just ran on the cat wheel all by himself. But you weren't quick enough to catch it. He ran for about 8 seconds. Awesome, John. Maybe next time you'll be able to catch it on camera. Hello there, Sydney Cat. Hope you're doing well. Excuse me for a little bit of choking here. A core. Do I prefer cats or dogs? Well, having 9 cats for myself, I think I prefer kitty cats. How about yourself? Pat, do cats get bored eating the same food all the time? I think so, Pat. Wouldn't you? I would definitely get bored of eating the same food all the time. That's why it's definitely good to mix up your foods, have different foods, give them some variety. I think is always good. Different brands, different types of food, flake, pate, chunky, so forth, gravy, as long as their digestive system is okay with it. Jesse, what do you do if you had an extra house? Would it be a cat house? Probably. I'm pretty much in a cat house. But yeah, something like that. Hello there, Tranquil. Hope you're doing well, Tranquil. Ruby Squad, Yoda's eyes are stunning. He's got some pretty eyes for sure. He's a pretty handsome boy. He's got his pretty eyes and he's got his little nose, his little pink nose. A core, both are cool to you. Awesome. Pat, what do you prefer for your cats for wet food? Pat, we use a combination of Fancy Feast, Blue Buffalo, Purina One, and Blue Wilderness, I think the other one is on occasion. So we use a combination of those 4 for us. How about everybody else? Ruby Squad, Cat Guy, look at your profile pic. Ruby and Goja are sleeping together. It's a little small, but I can see it. I can see it, Ruby. Hope they're doing well for you and with you. Sydney Cat, looks like Tranquil is thanking you for visiting her live stream today. Hope your live streams went well there, Tranquil. Pat, yeah, they are good brands. Jesse, is Blue Buffalo supposed to be natural? Blue Buffalo is more, has some more natural ingredients there, Jesse. And it also doesn't really have like byproduct stuff like chicken byproducts, turkey byproducts, stuff like that. So it's a higher quality food from my understanding, and I think that it's a good one. Tranquil, you feed your kitties all kinds of food. Awesome. Uh, Jesse, John is answering your question for him too, that he has two homes and one is also a cat house, and you choose to stay in that cat house. Acor, what is it like having 9 cats? Well, life is always interesting with 9 kitties. You never know who's gonna be doing what. You never know who's gonna be kind of a silly kitty or who's gonna be trying to, pick on somebody else. It definitely is a little costly having 9. It's a little expensive, and you have to deal with medical expenses, and eventually you have to deal with them passing on. So it can be financially and emotionally tough. But overall, having 9 kitty cats is a really cool thing. Ruby Squat, do your cats have age limits? I heard that dogs live to be. Ruby, well, I mean, a dog can live longer than that, so it depends on the breed. It just depends on genetics. But your typical inside cat, Ruby, can live to be about 16 or so, 16, 17. If they are an inside out so outside cat, like a combination of in and out, then it knocks it down to about 12 years or so. And if they're an outside cat, and this is just averages, it knocks it to under 10. But again, there are plenty of inside kitties that live only to be 10 or maybe 5. Maybe they get a disease, or there's other inside kitties that live to be in their 20s, and the same with the ones that are the outside. So it just really depends. Hello there, Chris. The cat looks like he's thinking very deeply. Well, this is Yoda, Chris. He is one of 9 kitty cats, so he's thinking about what kind of trouble he can get into. He's kind of our head troublemaker. Hello there, Izzy girl. How you doing? Sydney Cat, is Sydney Cat doing well out there in the Windy City? And we're gonna hang with Yoda for a little bit, and then we're gonna go over to the other one. Izzy girl, you won't be talking, chatting much. No worries. You're just cleaning your room. I understand. Cleaning rooms are never fun, right, Izzy? But you gotta have a clean home. So I understand. We get our cats to clean our home, so that's a little, that's a little bit of a advantage that we have. John, all of your inside outside kitties have made it to about 16 to 18. Yeah, so it really just truly depends there, John, right? That's kind of what I was saying. It varies so much, but just averages though. Pat Yoda looks like he wants to take a nap. He always wants to take a nap because he's a lazy kitty sometimes. Ruby Squad, you could get a Sphinx cat. People keep on wanting to try to get me to have 10 kitties, but 9 is good right now. And honestly, Ruby, I would not get a Sphinx kitty because you have a lot of additional upkeep with Sphinx kitty. One, they can have some health issues on occasion. Two, you have to bathe Sphinx kitties like pretty regularly, usually a couple times a month because they don't have fur. So you need to bathe them so they keep clean and they keep healthy. Jesse, you told your cat that she owes you rent. How did that go, Jesse? Did he or she pay up, or did they just turn around, or they just go to sleep on you and like, nah, we don't care about that kind of thing? Tranquil, you're hoping that Bruce is going to be here. He might pop in a little bit. Normally, Bruce is one of the first few that pops on, but he might have something going on. So we'll see if he pops on a little later. Yes, Yoda could have his chin rub here for probably the entire live stream if I wanted to, but I think my hand would get a little tired. Jessie, she just went back to sleep. Yeah, she's like, forget you, human. I got you under my control. So I wanted to talk about my schooling just 2 times here. Hello there, Bruce. See, Tranquil, Bruce is here now. Figured he would here be a little bit. But so I had two kind of interesting events with my school. The first event, we have a kid who always is running in the cafeteria to try to buy and or steal ice cream. This kid is completely obsessed with ice cream. However, though, his mom gave us the permission that he can only now have one ice cream per lunch. So he got his ice cream. He ate his ice cream first. He eats his ice cream like in 30 seconds. And I'm sitting by him, by the way, because I have to try to control him, kind of control what he's doing. And he's asking, can he have more ice cream? And I'm telling him, no. Your mom told us that you only can have one ice cream per day at lunchtime. So he starts throwing a fit. He tries to get up out of his seat. I grab him and I have to hold on to him. And I'm holding on to him for like 20 minutes or so. This kid, he's a first grader, but he might as well be like a fourth grader. He's big and he's got some muscle. So I'm just holding on, restraining this kid, this student for like 20 minutes until eventually administration comes in and they take him off of my hands. And they start struggling with him, but he's like, okay, well, he's out of my hands now, so I'll let admin deal with him. But he was having a fit because he can only have one ice cream. And it's like, good grief, kid. Ruby Squad, what time is it for y'all? For me, Ruby Squad, like John there, it is probably 7:14 now. So that's one little school time story for y'all. Oh, and these kids, I tell you, they don't know what no means, and it's like they run the world. Tranquil, there's not enough money for you to deal with that. Yeah, I know your feelings, Tranquil, when it comes to students, when it comes to kids and schools. But I'm only doing this for one more year, then I'll be off into doing something else. Another quick little story that I have for y'all, if those who are listening to it, and you might get not a kick out of it, this kind of was a scary one. So we have snack time towards the end of the day before we have dismissal. So our snack time's like at about 3 o'clock or so. This one kid is eating on Fruity Pebbles. So, they're like, I don't know, get some hair there. The Fruity Pebbles are like this big or so, right? So they're about that big. And he what am I saying? He starts like choking on one of these Fruity Pebbles. We think that he was either talking while he was trying to eat his food, or he was just not chewing his Fruity Pebbles. So he gets up and he starts like the choking and looking panicked. So the teacher immediately springs into action and she starts like giving him almost like a Heimlich maneuver type of situation. Thankfully, he wound up being okay. We'll see what Yoda's watching out here. Something's got his attention. The neighbors have some cats and dogs, so I think he's kind of watching, seeing what they're doing. Excuse me, but thankfully he was okay, but it was a bit scary seeing a kid choke. Choke on a Fruity Pebble, but he wound up being okay. So those were a couple of the interesting things with my day, but it's like good gravy. You just never know in a school day, like what's going on. Yeah, I'm gonna zoom here. So Yoda is seeing, that's a neighbor kitty and a neighbor doggy. But the kitty, I think, that's a black kitty, pure black cat, and I think this cat's name is Salem, I think. And as you can see, Yoda, get a really weird look of Yoda's eye. You can really see his pupil there. And you can see his nose. You can really see his fur pretty cool there, actually. At least I think that's kind of neat. There, you can see Yoda's little slit. But anyways, so we got our neighbors. Their dogs and cats are kind of running out since they finally put up a fence. And it's really got his attention. Hey Yoda, we can see your shadow, honey. Your image in the mirror. John, and all you did was spend your day in rugged mountain wilderness. You'll take that over, kids. Yeah. John, you'd be like my wife. My wife always tells me like she couldn't survive one day, probably not even 1 hour working with children. So yeah, I understand. I definitely understand. Ruby, you have to go relax. You're outside shopping today. See you next time. Bye, Ruby. Take care. I will let Rosemary, if I can remember, that you said hello, and we'll see you when we see you again. Hello there, Raymond. Hope you're doing well. Bruce, read up on good news. Hold on. Bruce, you adopted the 9-year-old calico at the cat cafe today, the one that's been returned twice. Okay, Bruce, so how's it going so far? It's only been what, just a few hours? How are things? Assuming you're probably just slowly, doing introductions, right, with the bunch, with your group and their group, or your group, or your six, and then this one. What is the kitty's name? Did you have already have like he or she already have like a name, and you're gonna change the name or keep with the name? I hope everybody's doing well on this Tabby Tuesday, this Tuxedo Tuesday, this Terrific Tuesday, whatever y'all want to call it. This Terrible Tuesday maybe for you, hopefully not. But I hope you're all doing well. We're gonna hang with, excuse me. We're gonna hang with you, Yoda, for a couple more minutes, and then we're gonna go check out some of the other kitties. Bruce, Kathy, Kathy was the name. Are you gonna keep that name, Bruce? John Yoda's, yeah, he's in a petty. He's in a rubby chin little trance here. Yes, the kitty answers to the name Kathy. Okay. It's always weird sometimes having a kitty that has like a human name. What do y'all think about that? Do you think having a kitty that has a human name is just kind of not like horribly weird, but just a little odd? I always feel like it's kind of odd when a cat has or a dog even has like a human name. But I guess really any name can be a human name. Hello, Yoda. He says, hello, people. You be hypnotized by my eyeballs. And don't worry about my cat parent here, because I got to cut my nails here, Yoda. I know. I got to cut my nails. I mean, I guess our Zelda's a human name, so, she has a human name, but I'm trying to think everybody else, though. Zelda, Pandora. I don't know. I don't know any humans named Pandora. Do you? Tranquil, your first kitty had a human name. Yeah, that's true, Max. We also got Max. Tranquil, do you remember what the name was? Now there are some funny human cat names like Bob. You know, Bob always seems like kind of a funny human name or a funny kitty name. Bruce, the other six are still hissing a bit. Yeah, that'll probably go on for a few days, maybe even a few weeks. Just depends on how they transition. And again, Bruce, if you want to, obviously ask questions or any concerns or anything on the chat, or you can always email me too. Up to you. Tranquil, your first kitty was Christopher. That's right. I remember. I do remember you saying that at one point in time, Tranquil, some time ago. All right. Again, I think I could probably do this entire live if I wanted to, but we got to move on and check out some other cats. Jesse, you can call one Hercules. All right, let's say bye to Yoda. Bye, Yoda. You be good in here, buddy. You say goodbye to the people. He says goodbye, humans. Let me show my teeth. Let me show my cracked teeth. All right, buddy. Well, hello, kitties. Let's start down here. Oh. Can we name this cat? Let's play name that cat. Can we name this kitty? Wait. What? What's that? You're cracking. Hi. Jesse, for having 9 cats, your house stays pretty clean. Yeah, we like to have a clean home. So, we spend a few hours or so on the weekend usually vacuuming and straightening up and, doing what needs to be done. Yep. Pancakes, Pandora, the white cat, the chatty cat. And who we got over here? Little side profile. Yep, good old Kit. Kit's one of our only kitties, I think, that has right in her shoulder, her right shoulder. She's got those little, she got that little microchip in her shoulder. You can feel it. It always feels. Come on, honey. Let's go in here. Let's go in your bed. No. Always feels weird, that little microchip when you kind of can feel it with your finger. It's like a little. Feels like a little grain of rice. I know, Pandora. Okay. Let's go see what else is going on. Wait. Get a little bit of color here. A little bit of bright color, I should say. Hanging out with Mr. Orange. Agent Orange. No. Shouldn't say that. Hanging out with our little orange tabby buddy. Oh, looks like we got somebody way up there on the scratching post. I know it's a little blurry up there. Y'all might be able to make out that kitty up on the scratching post, who that kitty is up there. That one. Yeah, Bruce, you got it. You got it. You can probably see that marking up there with those colors. Let's check out this poll question. You know, I don't understand sometimes when people like, maybe not people that are on here right now, but when you have a poll question, do you have a cat question? Almost 50% said yes, but then like I've had only had a couple of questions, so it's like, I don't know. I guess maybe people like picking polls, but not actually like maybe I don't know reading the poll question. Because again, I'd love to answer some kitty questions or help some folks with some kitty issues, but I can only do so much. I can only say it and ask it and see what happens. Yes, Pandora, are you gonna try and chew the phone? You read it, Bruce? Yeah, I just think a lot of people, you know, they just like tap things or just hit things and they don't actually like reading these questions. So sometimes, not always. Oh yeah, Bruce, of course, of course. You know, it's just a pretty high percentage. Like I said, it's almost half of the voting. I mean, half of 27 votes have been yes nearly, but I had like maybe I know Ruby Squad asked a question. Jesse always asked some good questions, and then that was I think that a person who I'm assuming is not on anymore. I think they asked maybe like one question, so I don't know. Jesse, sometimes you hit it without reading them. Yeah, no, it's fine. Maybe I'll stop doing poll questions. You know, I don't know. I just like some of the interactivity with polls. So you know what? I'm gonna end this poll. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna end that, and then I'm gonna have another question. All right, this is gonna be my new poll question. And see what people vote for this question. Jesse, you hit no on it. John, you voted yes. Yeah, right. Because the truth is out there. Jesse, they came from Feline 9. Could be. Could be. It's a good name for a planet. What's up, Tang? You like that little chin rub too? Bruce, are your kids? I see. All right, let's go see what else is going on. Let me move. I gotta move Pandora. I know, honey, I know. Max is like, what in the world are you doing, human? Why do you have this camera on me? Can't you tell I'm trying to get my beauty sleep? And I just want to sleep. It's all I want to do is sleep and rest. You got that look to yourself. Let's see. So who's voted what so far? So 60% don't think cats are aliens. Y'all remember like modern or ancient Egypt, right? You know, they got those hieroglyphics of the kitties, you know, coming from outer space. So I don't know. Maybe. I know, Max, you got your little bit of white there on your chin, don't you, honey? My buddy. he's a good Maxim, yes. You giving me a handshake here? You're holding on to my hand. Max, you always look a little confused on what I'm doing. Almost 50-50 are cats aliens. They might be. Bruce, your daughter told you that college work is hard right now. What does she, does she do clinicals also, Bruce? Or externships, maybe they're called, or not internships, externships, clinicals? Got your little tail. All right, let's go check out somebody else. Baby. Hi, baby. Yeah, Egypt used to worship the kitties as gods, believing gods came down as kitties. Yep. See if y'all can hear the little baby's little purr. And that big old yawn. Bruce, where she works at when she's not in class, the doctor there is letting her do as an internship. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely the hardest part because you're putting all of that theoretical knowledge that you're learning into the classroom into practice. So then you're also getting, and I'm sure she's obviously done other externships or internships or clinicals already, but you know, you're also then seeing like real world stuff compared to textbook, and it's always usually so different. Because then you got to deal with clients and you got to deal with their issues sometimes, and you can only do so much as a vet, and you can only say so much, and you can only do certain things. Jesse, who's the one that's the laziest of the kitties? I'm not gonna say Zelda. I mean, because Zelda's 19, so she's old, so she sleeps a lot. But I think of the other kitties that are like younger, um, I think Max can be pretty lazy. I mean, they're cats, so they're all kind of lazy all the time. At least our cats are. You come to these live streams for the kind of the chilled out environment and the ramblings of me. Although I don't know, maybe you don't listen to the ramblings of me. You turn the volume down. Who doesn't like toys? All of them like toys, but all of them get tired of toys pretty easily. They're like, okay, yeah, it's a toy. Okay, I'm gonna play with it for 5 minutes. Okay, and then I'm not gonna do anything with it again, unless you hide it for me or from me for like a week or so, and then, then I might be active again and play with it again. Hey, boobers. Hi. You have your stuffed animal look going on here. You got your buggy-eyed stuffed animal look. Jesse, yep, I know that feeling. Never liked toys in the 4 years that you had her. Did you like the boxes that the toys came in? Or did you get some boxes? Bruce, to put the toys in a box, you know, that's not a bad idea. Well, we do have a big box. I don't know if y'all maybe have seen it, maybe not. I don't know. When I go downstairs, we do have a very large Amazon box that we do have some toys in there. But sometimes the kitties do a little bit with. Sometimes they don't. Hey, Time Time. Always so yawning here, honey. Speaking of our kind of sweet little princess here, we got little old Zelda. Remember, Zelda here is our oldest of the bunch. Any of those who have a kitty who's in their late teens, Zelda's 19. So our older kitties have a little special care, a little bit more needing care that they need to have. Sometimes they have a little bit of a pooping issue, or sometimes they get little stuff stuck on their paws. So we got to give them a helping hand and kind of help get it off of them, giving them a very slight little bath or using a wipe. I normally do not speak of my second channel, so this is going to be very brief. Those who know about my second channel and have had an opportunity to watch my latest kitty video, I appreciate that. Those who might know my second channel but haven't watched it yet, please give it a watch if you can. I know those topics are a little tough and the videos are a little hard to get through, but I think they're well worth shining a light on that kind of topic, that kind of kitty topic. So it is appreciated if you're able to give it a watch. Because as much as I enjoy this channel and as much as I like this channel and what I do on this channel, to be honest with you, my second channel, my other kitty channel that I don't really ever speak of, is truly where a true passion lies. And is something that needs to be spoken about, because I don't really honestly see any other cat channel focusing primarily talking about those kind of topics on this platform. John, yep, whenever you have a moment, be appreciated. Like I said, these videos that I do on that other channel, though, they are a little tough to get through. Especially if you are a kitty fan, but they're important though also. So, but that's all I'm going to say on that. Obviously, back on this channel, we're just a little bit more lighthearted and showing the brighter side. Of these cats. We got here the baby who's getting a little bit of a chin, or not a chin rub, a little bit of a head rub. We got Zelda over here. As y'all can see, we got Max and Pandora. They're kind of somewhat sleeping by each other, which is a bit unusual. Pandora normally doesn't like to sleep by anybody, but I guess she's allowing Max to be next to her, which is good to see. Orangey there, he's just kind of doing his own thing. Jesse, have they ever had a cat pile on the 8? No, Jesse, they have not. These kitties do not, I mean, as good, as well as y'all think they get along, and they do get along fairly well. They definitely have their moments, and there's certain kitties that just do not get well with each other. Now, I will say this is kind of a neat shot here because you got the baby right here, so you can kind of see her. Right past her, you got Zelda. Past her, you have Max. And then past him, you have Pandora. So it's kind of a neat shot there, I think. Jesse, yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we're thinking about this weekend, this Saturday, probably doing a glucose curve on Zelda, since it's been about four months now, maybe. We got to get a curve on her. Hey, Kit. What are you talking about, honey? You just said you want the camera on you for a few moments. Hi, Kit. Are you looking all prim and proper? You're sitting all proper? You're swishing your tail back and forth, honey? Like, I am Kit. You need to pay attention to me. We're going to hang out here for a few more minutes, and then we're going to go see where little old nutty Rosemary is. See if she's outside again. Maybe she's in her sink. Time will tell. Jesse, actually, the last couple of times she's been outside and I went outside, she actually stayed there for the rest of the live, those last like 10 minutes, 12 minutes or so. So recently she's been staying out there too. There was a moment, though, a time where definitely every time I went out, she went in. Hi, baby. You're looking a little strange. Hello there, Kuro. How you doing? If you're new to the live stream, welcome. Obviously, if you're a cat lover, cat friend, cat parent, cat kahoo, let us know in chat if you don't mind. We all want to say hi to Kuro. I need to start doing a better job of that when people that come in, if they're new, just to kind of ask for those in the chat to say hello to them or welcome them. I know some of y'all do that naturally, some of you don't, and you don't have to. But again, I'm just trying to maybe do a little bit better a job as a host, you know, to create a welcoming and warm environment for those who might be new, because they've taken the time to pop in here. Jesse, what temp is it here? Here, Jesse, in North Carolina, we're probably in around the 80s or so, low 80s, maybe high 70s or so. Kiro, do you have kitties yourself? Hello there, Judy. I hope you're doing well. Raymond, Raymond, I always feel like I can do a better job. You know, sometimes we say like we're our harshest critics, right? Or at least some of us say that. And I feel like I have a lot of self-awareness, or at least I try to. So I'm trying to, you know, better my craft here, better what I'm doing on these lives, day by day. Jesse, 94 degrees. Are you in Texas, Jesse, I think? John, we are experiencing a bit of a cool down in the 60s, or in the morning, John. This morning we were probably in the 60s. When I was outside doing the crosswalk stuff for the kids, we were probably in the 70s still. So it's starting to cool down a smidge. Jesse, you're in Kansas. Okay, I thought you were in Texas for whatever reason. I know maybe somebody else obviously must be in Texas that I'm trying to think of. I know, baby. I know. Bruce 54 last night there. Judy, cooler there today, but it's warming up. The warm up is coming. Kristen, you're from Texas. That's right. Okay, somebody's from Texas. Got a little bit of a break today. It was only 100 degrees. Cool down, huh? You feel the coolness. Okay, let's start to head down. So if you all want to say goodbye here to Kit, to the baby, hi, to Zelda, to Max, to Pandora, and to Tang. And of course, we're not going to forget about Chunky over here. She's like that child who doesn't listen in the classroom, and she's got to be off in her own little desk. She's got to be separate from the other kitties. All right, so let's head down. Well, we got one meow out of her. Hi, honey. What's up? You get your one meow meow? You're like, that's all you're gonna get from me is one meow? Is this your spoon? Do y'all have like a certain spoon that you feed your kitties with, like to get if they, have wet food that you use? I mean, this is like our cat spoon that we use. And I know there's nothing in it. It's empty. How depressing, isn't it? Do you see the shadow, honey? Yeah, y'all, John, Bruce, Judy, y'all got a kitty spoon. Or a doggy. So I say, or a doggy spoon. I mean, dogs eat wet food too. Is this your food? Kristen, you really have a cool spatula spoon with a kitty on the end of it. Gets every last drop of gravy out of the can. Get some gravy loving kitties. Rosemary, this isn't your food, you know that. You probably want to eat this food though, don't you? Or is this your food? Yeah, we have a few gravy fans here. I don't know, we don't do gravy too often besides one, because it seems like when we do gravy, we have some diarrhea. That's your food, isn't it? Yeah, you're the Purina 1 kitty. It's that food. We have a few of the bigger 5-ounce cans. Little Blue Wilderness. I know, honey, you just think this is your sink area, huh? Or not sink area, but you're part of the kitchen where the food bowls are. John, you hit the spoon with scalding water. No soap. Cat bellies can even smell the smallest residue of soap, and they won't eat it. Huh. We normally don't use soap either. We just wash it off. Hot water or medium water. Every so often we will wash it. They'll pop it in the dishwasher, like, I don't know, once a month maybe. Or so, but not very often. So about 60% of people voted they don't think cats are aliens. Maybe I'll have to make a video. Yes, lick, 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 lick. Aye. You got a few spots there you got to clean up, huh? You see some bubbles down there in that sink. Kristen, you got a tuxedo with big bulgy eyes and she might be an alien? Yeah, she might. Nope, not interested in that drawer. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can really tell how small Rosemary really is in real life. Seeing her on a camera or not a camera, on a phone or on a laptop or a tablet or a television screen or something, but she is really a small kitty. It's just I think it's sometimes hard to tell on a screen though. And she keeps on chugging along. I mean, it's been in a couple of months here. It'll be 2 years since she came into our life. Judy, her weight fluctuates, but I think the last time we weighed her, she was around 5'3", 5'4", somewhere in that area. We'd love to try to get her up to 6 pounds, but the most we've ever gotten her up to was about 5'8". And then she started dropping weight because she was getting too fat, I guess, for herself. She was watching herself in the mirror, and she's like, I gotta lose some weight. Of course, it doesn't help with her thyroid. John, it's hard to tell when she's not next to other cats. True. That is true. There's no sense of scale, really. But for as scrawny as she is, though, she's got some energy, I tell you, and she's got some strength in her little body. You know, recently, because a couple of weeks ago, I think I told you all that she injured her shoulder jumping off of the counter. So the last like week or so, as she's been healing, I haven't been getting her, letting her jump off the counter because we have the chair here, right? So we have this just to kind of help her. And we've had this up for a while. But a lot of times we move the chair back over to the table and then she's still up here. So I've been grabbing her and then bringing her down. And she's not a fan of it. She usually screams and stuff like that. Richard Banger, that's an interesting name. Yep, that was a chair. John, you're kind of scrawny yourself. Well, I'm trying to not get necessarily scrawny, but I'm definitely trying to, yeah, Richard, let's be careful with what we say on this chat here. I don't necessarily think you're grabbing your tuxedo cat, so we got to be careful there with your language, what you're putting on chat. Not trying to lose too much weight, but I am trying to eventually get down to in the low 200s. Probably dropped about 20 pounds or so in maybe about 2 months. So little by little, we're getting there. I think this is an advantage somewhat for myself working with kids. So sometimes how people say things in chat or what they say in chat, I think that I can kind of
kind of smell or kind of sense, and I think y'all probably can too, like certain words or certain wording, right? You know, you can kind of like, let's see where this is going first, and then let's do what we need to do if need be. Because usually our intuition is correct, and I feel like a lot of people, they don't follow their gut instinct as much as they should. And they're probably already gone anyways, so that's fine. It's all good. John, you're 5'10", 167, and that's your max ever? Okay. Well, John, I'm about probably 6'1", 6'6", 6', 6'1", and about 250-ish or so right now. So I could probably lose about 20, at least a good 20 to 30 pounds, 20 to 40 pounds or so, in that area. Bruce, you're 185 and 5'10". Diamond-shaped nose for Rosemary. Is she showing her little, and she got her little wet nose. Let me kind of zoom in on that. She's always, not always, but a lot of times she has that little wet nose. Tranquil usually in the first sentence. Yeah. First couple of sentences. Sometimes they can string together like a decent sentence, the first one, but then, when you ask a question or something and get a follow-up, that's when it starts to kind of fall apart. And it's like, really? Well, let me ask this follow-up and see what's going on. So, Jesse, you should be 190 and you weigh 260, so about 70 pounds. Well, if you're working for that, I don't know if you're trying to work your way down or not, but if you are, best of luck, and hopefully you'll get there in due time. The right way, also, because there's definitely a right way and a wrong way to lose weight. When I had the COVID, that fun stuff, I probably dropped about 8 pounds in a week, and that's definitely not healthy for you. But, being sick doesn't help. Are you done with us, Rosie? You're like, I had my time. You saw me in my sink, people. You saw my big green eyeballs. And now I'm going down. Jesse, you have an attention problem. Don't we all, in a way, kind of have attention problems, I feel like, in today's society, if we're all honest with each other? Judy, you're lucky that you never have COVID. Judy, maybe you did have COVID, but maybe you were asymptomatic about it, and you didn't have like any, any symptoms or anything. Because it is possible to have COVID, but you feel perfectly fine. So one of those things. But anyways, I'm going to get going. Richard, yes, if you are telling the truth and not looking for attention, I definitely hope your kitty is better. And obviously the easiest thing I will say to you is to go to the vet if it's actually true, or have yourself or your parents take your cat to the vet if there is an issue. And that's pretty much that. So let me say goodbye to everybody here who's hung with me and Rosemary and the other ones for this last hour-ish or so. As always, appreciate that. So Izzy Girl, Richard, John, Tranquil, Judy, Jesse, Raymond, Bruce, Sydney. I'm probably going to forget names because I always do. Tranquil, I'm not sure if I said your name or not. I think I did. Kristen. I'm just kind of scrolling back in the chat. I think I said Izzy already. I think I said everybody that I can remember. I always have a horrible memory with this stuff. But anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Always, if you're adopting a cat, try to adopt an older one. Hug your kitties. Please, please, please speak up for those who cannot. Also, if you see anything, say something. Don't let these kitties suffer in silence. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. So I hope you all have a wonderful night, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.